Today we are diving into my crystal collection part 3. I honestly haven't done a crystal collection video in the last 2 years, which is wild to me. If you want to see my crystal collection part 1 and part 2, I will link them both down in the description box below so you can see all of my crystals, my entire collection after this one. Basically, this is going to be a fun chit chat video. I'm going to go over all the crystals I have that are new, and talk about if there's any, intention I set with them, if I had a really cool experience, how I use them, anything cool crystal related. That's what this video is going to be about. So I invite you to sit back, relax, because we are diving into today's video. Alrighty guys, so I'm gonna try to keep this brief. I don't wanna make this video super duper long. I tend to talk a lot in these videos, which I know you probably don't have a problem with, but I do wanna make sure I'm not just going on and on and on. So I'm gonna be mindful throughout this video of not taking up too much time. So to really start us off, I think I'm gonna start with my larger pieces and then work my way down. Some of these crystals you might recognize from my last crystal haul video, but if not, we'll have a little refresher going on. But the first crystal I'd love to share with you is one that I am so obsessed with right now, and that is this hematoid quartz. I love this crystal. I've been talking about it a lot here on my channel. Basically, this is like my manifesting crystal. I keep this in my guest room, and whenever I just feel like I want to sit and meditate and visualize my future, I'll grab this crystal and I'll place it on my chest and I will literally just visualize with it. It's probably one of my favorite manifesting stones right now. Next up, we have this gorgeous rose quartz flame crystal. I showed this off in my last crystal collection video, and I said that I was going to be placing this on my honeymoon table at my wedding, and I meant to say my sweetheart table. I was like laughing at myself when I was looking back at the footage. I 100% plan on having this on my table when I get married. I think it's perfect for that. This crystal really symbolizes like burning love to me. I have this outside my bedroom door, so whenever I walk in I see it. It just kind of symbolizes like my love, entering into my bedroom. I just feel like really positive energy, so that's where I keep it, and I just love it. It's so beautiful. I love the shape. It's kind of like a flat flame. I'm seeing more crystals being made like this. I feel like it's kind of like a new shape out there, so I love this one. Next up, I don't think I've shared this crystal with you guys in a crystal collection video, and that is this green aventurine sphere. So basically at the beginning of 2022, I set an intention with this crystal to represent Jupiter, and I've still had it represent Jupiter even after 2022. Like, this is my Jupiter crystal. Whenever I want to connect with the planet Jupiter, I hold my green aventurine sphere and I just imagine all this like luck and abundance and just Jupiter energy coming my way. So this has been a really good like cosmic crystal to connect with, and I really enjoy it. Another favorite that I love so much is this labradorite freeform kind of chunky piece. I got this for Valentine's Day, this last Valentine's, 2023. I love the flashes in labradorite. It really brings magic into my space. I usually keep it actually on this shelf right here. This is kind of like my living, like kitchen area, I guess. So it just uplifts the energy, brings magic. I like it being in my little mystical corner to bring, spirituality vibes my way. I love this one, and I definitely recommend getting labradorite in your crystal collection. Having a slab like this, a freeform, I think is really nice, and it just brings that good magical synchronicities your way. So this next crystal might get my hands a little dirty, and that is this sphere of shungite. So actually, Scott really likes this stone. He keeps it next to his desk. It helps with EMF protection. It's great to keep next to electronics. This is from Energy Muse. I believe they still have it. It's available. You could get it on their website. It's really awesome. It comes with a stand, and it's great to place like in a room. You know, the energy is going out 360 degrees, perfect for like next to a computer. It helps with clearing your energy. If you're kind of not feeling like you're in a great mood, you can kind of work with shungite to clear those vibes. It helps detox. So it's just a great crystal to keep around, maybe in a stressful environment. You know, sometimes work can be stressful. So it's a great crystal to keep in those kind of situations. I also got this plate from Energy Muse that's shungite. And we used to put our phones on it, but now we've kind of switched to putting our keys on it. With the spot in our apartment where we keep our keys, I like to just place our keys on this. I don't know why, it's just how I've been using it. But yeah, I have a shungite plate as well. Alrighty, next up, I want to share with you this pyramid shape of rhodonite. I love this. I keep this next to my workspace because when I'm working on content or working on my channel, you know, rhodonite is all about like altruism. Like you're doing something for like somebody else. Like you're doing your passion, you're finding out what you love to do in life, and it also like fulfills someone else. And that's kind of what I feel like my work is with my channel and working with crystals and stuff. So it's like a really great reminder that I have next to my desk, you know, whenever I'm working on something, you know, like really the whole point of it all is to like really inspire people and get people to learn more about how to work with crystals and stuff. So I love rhodonite, and I really like this pyramid form. I got this from Mama Wonder Bar, and I do believe it's available online as well. Speaking of Mama Wonder Bar and rhodonite, I also got this rhodonite from Mama Wonder Bar. It's definitely has more black. It's more black and pink. This is great for heart chakra work. You know, again, it has that altruism energy to it. I would say this one, since it is more black and pink, I would say there's probably more protection here. But I love to meditate with this one. It's nice. It's a really nice palm stone. So you can kind of just like hold it in your hand and relax, do meditation, do heart chakra opening work, whatever it may be. It just has that really good energy to it. Next up, we have this really cool, like flat sphere of gold sheen obsidian. This is one that Scott really likes to have at his desk as well. This is great because, you know, black obsidian and obsidian in general helps with like removing negativity or just like restabilizing our energy, and having the gold sheen really brings this solar plexus energy to us. So it helps us, like if we're kind of feeling sad, it helps us get out of that mood really fast because it does have that solar plexus influence there. So this is a great crystal to have if you're doing shadow work or you want to get yourself out of a funk. I definitely recommend working with gold sheen obsidian. Next, I have this Shiva Lingam. Wah! It kind of looks like a piece of bacon is like going around it. It's pretty funny. I love Shiva Lingams. I would say definitely, I think they are probably in my top like 3 favorite crystals, just because I really feel the energy of Shiva Lingams, and it's such a great feeling. I have a whole video talking about Shiva Lingams and my Kundalini like awakening. If you want to check that out, I talk about my experience of when I first held a Shiva Lingam, because it can bring this really euphoric feeling to you. So if you want to hear about what happened, I definitely encourage you to watch that video. This one, I still feel like this amazing feeling from it, but I will say my smaller piece, which I've shared in a past crystal collection video, that one, the feeling was like out of this world, and it was smaller than this. I ended up getting a bigger one because I kind of wanted to see like the difference between having a really small one and then getting a larger one. Still potent, still feels great, but that first one was like amazing. Another similar shape as that egg, you know, Shiva Lingam shape is this green moonstone that I have. Green moonstone is also known as garnerite, something like that, something with a G, I can't remember. But I love this green moonstone. It is like so beautiful. I feel like it's such like a Taurus moon or Virgo moon type of crystal, like definitely an earth sign moon, you know what I mean? If you have, your moon sign that's an earth sign, I definitely recommend working with green moonstone. It just has like that healthy like feeling to it, that healthy quality. It's so beautiful too. I would definitely, if I ever see like another one of these, they're really hard to come by in Los Angeles. Like I don't see a lot of green moonstone. If I happen to see another one, I would probably buy a larger piece just because I love moonstone and it's so beautiful and it's so unique. So this is my only piece of green moonstone that I have that I really, really enjoy. Next up, I'm gonna show you some tektites, and that is this Libyan desert glass, which I need to do a video on this because I'm so long overdue. I had such an amazing experience when I first brought this into my life, which I'm gonna be sharing in a video. This year. I'm gonna do it this year. I keep putting it off. I need to just talk about what happened, but this tektite is amazing. It makes you so happy. It brings so much happiness into your life and it brings blessings your way. So if you are kind of looking for a transformational stone to really change up your mindset, your attitude, your surroundings, and your inner work, I definitely recommend getting some desert glass, Libyan desert glass. Next up, I have this black Tibetan tektite, which I will say I haven't really worked with too much, I gotta say, being honest. It's pretty cool though. I feel really fortunate and lucky to have this because I don't see this anywhere out in LA. This was gifted to me and I just feel really lucky that I have it. And I know one day I will connect with it more, but just the fact that I have a piece of black Tibetan tektite, I think that's really cool. And then also I have this prophecy stone, but it's not a tektite. I learned my lesson in my last video when I talked about tektites. I thought this was a tektite and it's not. It's a prophecy stone. I can't remember exactly the minerals for it, but it's super cool. It looks like a gobstopper from Willy Wonka. I gotta say, I haven't really meditated too much with it, but I will say that when I did get this crystal, you know, I had it in my bed. I slept with it under my pillow. And I had a really weird dream that night. It kind of like brings this kind of like prophetic experiences or like omens and stuff like that. I had a really interesting dream that night. So I haven't really messed with it too much ever since then, but it's another really cool, interesting stone that's out there. I think now I'm going to show you some little towers that I have. I love towers. And I'm gonna start off with this guy. This is a smoky lemon quartz, and I am obsessed with this crystal. This has helped me get out of like a bad mood, if I'm feeling depressed, anything like that. The smoky quartz at the bottom, that really helps with, you know, negative feelings, grounding them to the earth, you know, sending them away from you. And then the lemon quartz brings that uplifting energy your way, just like how I was talking about with gold sheen obsidian. It's kind of like that same thing. It activates our solar plexus. It brings happiness our way. So if you can, I feel like this one was kind of unique because there was a bunch of lemon quartz and then I saw this one and it had smoky on the bottom and I was like, whoa, this is so cool. So it kind of felt like a really unique stone out there. But if you see, you know, a smoky lemon quartz, get it. It's so cool and it definitely helps with, you know, uplifting your energy. Next tower is this beautiful moss agate tower. This was gifted to me for my birthday, I think, last year. Last year birthday. I love moss agate. It's so beautiful and it's just a good crystal to have in general for like abundance, money. If I'm doing like a money ritual, most of the time I'll get some moss agate and like help with my finances or something like that. So for anyone out there that's looking to boost kind of like their money, cash flow, I definitely recommend working with moss agate. Speaking of money and cash flow, I also have this citrine, this natural citrine that I love. Oh my gosh, this is so pretty. I got this in Portland, Oregon, and it was a really good price. I was like, wow, I can't even remember how much it was. I was like, oh wow, I'm getting that. 'Cause it was like really nice citrine, and I was like, this is a really good price for this. I love this. Again, I use this for money rituals all the time. It's really good to keep citrine in your money corner. So, you know, I'll keep this in my money corner. I also have another Kundalini citrine in my money corner. So I'll kind of like, switch it off if I feel called to, but another great crystal to help you manifest more money. This one is actually a new one that I just got. I haven't shown it to anyone really online or anything, and that is this candle quartz. Super new to working with this stone. I saw it and I thought it was cool. It reminded me of Kundalini citrine. It has like these little guys at the base, and then it makes up a big point at the top. I haven't really dove into the metaphysics of it that much, but I saw it, I was drawn to it, and I got it. I don't have any candle quartz. I thought it was cool. And yeah, it's really awesome. Next up, I have this ametrine. It looks a lot like amethyst in general, but you can see there is this little orange citrine pocket in there. So it is an ametrine. This is great for if you need to like study or you need to memorize something, you need to organize your thoughts. This is really good for mental enhancement. So this is one, when I'm working on something, if I have a project or whatever it may be, I need extra like mental stimulation, I'll keep it next to me while I'm writing, while I'm studying, or whatever I'm doing to help me focus more. And I do recommend this crystal for students. So if you are entering into a program, a course, anything school related or education related, I definitely recommend getting some ametrine. Next up, I have these two new quartz pieces that I saw that I picked up. One of them I shared in my crystal shapes video, part 3. That is this tabby stone. And then I also got this really cool, just clear quartz. It has this really cool, like, what is it called? Inclusion inside of it. You probably can't see it up close, but it is so cool to just stare at and look into. Like, I love just like sitting and like looking into this stone and like imagining this world inside of this crystal because it's so beautiful. Yeah, sometimes I'll get crystals just because I think they are like so fascinating to look at. And this one definitely like caught my attention, and I just feel like when I look at it, I'm in like a different like world. All right, this is gonna be the last tower that I share, and that is this really pretty flower agate. I also have a flower agate palm. And honestly, I use both of these crystals for like new beginnings or setting intentions. That's kind of like what their vibe is. That's what they help you do. So I like to keep this also like in this little spirituality corner. I just like the energy of it. I like the fresh, like new beginning energy. And then also if I'm actively doing some kind of ritual or I want to meditate, this is great, a great palm stone for, calling in that energy. So this next batch of crystals that I will be sharing with you, most of them are worry stones. I've been on a little bit of a worry stone kick in the last year. I just love them. I love the shape. I love that I can hold them in my hand, press my thumb on them. I think they're great. So I'm going to show you a little bit of that collection right now. I recently got this rainbow moonstone worry stone that I love so much. When I want to tap into my divine feminine or, anything, intuitive, I'll just work with this guy and I'll just like hold it, put it in my hand, and it just feels so good. It's so beautiful. I love it so much. I also have this green tree agate worry stone. Love this. I just love the way they look. I love, moss agate. I love green tree agate. This looks so beautiful, and I'll do the same thing. If I need to feel some stability, there's a lot of chaos going around, or something's just got me in a funk, I'll work with this to really ground my energy. I also have it in, a moss agate form. This is a bigger, worry stone. Press my thumb on that. I also have this crackled fire quartz, I believe. Yeah, crackled fire quartz. Same thing, when I want to have more vigor, more energy, I'll work with this one. I also got it in a little polished tumbled as well. They're really beautiful. They look like little like dragon scales. Like they're really fascinating, the look of them. I also have this sodalites. I've been working with this one a lot for Saturn and Pisces. Sodalite's been like my Saturn crystal this year. Great for, bringing order, getting more analytical. I've been working with it, like I said, with Saturn energy and, yeah, it's been really nice. I'm a big fan of sodalite. I also have these two Crazy Lace Agate. You'll see they're both very different. This one has more like pink. This one has more yellow. Both of these crystals together, like I've totally been vibing with them. During Gemini season, I was working with Crazy Lace Agate. It brought a lot of fun energy, like silly, playful energy my way, and I felt like I really needed that. Sometimes we can take life too seriously, and this is definitely a stone to gravitate towards when you want to bring more fun into your life. Next up, we have this beautiful lapis lazuli. I love this crystal. I got this at Spellbound Sky in West Hollywood. Or no, they're not in West Hollywood. They're in Silver Lake. Sorry. I love this so much. It's such a unique shape. It's so cool. Whenever I want to get into my queen energy, when I want a lot of confidence, you know, I want to feel like a boss, I'll gravitate towards this one. And I just love the way it fits in my hand. Such a big fan of lapis lazuli. I also have this fairy stone, which I think I shared this one in my crystals for Virgo video. This just brings that like fairy, like goddess energy if you're like into fairies and stuff like that. It's very, very soft. They're created in like basins. It's very calming. They have this really cool like shape and pattern to them. I'd never heard of them before, and when I was doing research on like Virgo energy, you know, Virgos are like this goddess. They are like, you know, that's like their vibe. So I thought this crystal really resonated with Virgo energy. And I still stand by that. I think it does very much resonate with Virgo energy. Next up, I have another crystal I shared not too long ago in my crystal shapes video, the skull shape. I've been vibing with this one a lot lately too. I know skull shapes can be a little intimidating to some people. They think it can be kind of scary, but how I work with skull shapes is really to help me connect with my ancestors, to get guidance from them, you know, wisdom. It opens up your crown chakra. It's really great for spiritual development, and that's mainly how I've been working with this stone. And I'm not scared of skull shapes. I think they're kind of cool. So definitely if you're like looking to expand kind of like your consciousness and get messages from your angels or do any kind of like ancestral healing, I definitely recommend getting a crystal in the skull shape. Speaking of angels, I also have this angelite, which I also shared in my last crystal shapes video. This honestly just helps me connect with my angels whenever I feel like I need support or I need like their assistance in something. Maybe I'm doing something that have a little bit of nerves about. I'll like hold my angelite. I'll be like, angels, please help me. Like, let me get through this. You know, if I have to like speak in like a meeting or something, you know, that's kind of like when I get a little bit nervous. You know, I have to talk in front of a lot of people. So they give me my confidence, my angels. So I love working with angelite. We are getting closer to the end of this. I only have a few more to share. Next up, I have this really cool flaky lepidolite. This is a raw lepidolite. I also have a polished one. And you know, I feel like I vibe more with the raw versus the polished. So that's a little observation I've noticed with lepidolite. I think I prefer it in the raw form. It really helps me feel calm. You know, it almost brings like this medicated feeling, like you're almost like numb. That's what at least how I feel. You know, if you need like a really deep relaxation, it's also really great to help with anxiety. I would say this is definitely more of like a prescription crystal because it is like, there's like lithium in this. So it like really brings this like calming energy to you. So if you feel like you need extra support from crystals in the realms of anxiety or anything like that, I definitely recommend getting lepidolite. Next up, I have this pink opal. I think I spent way too much money on this. That's okay. Whenever I have pink opal, I feel like it makes me so soft. Like I feel like I am like a little baby. Like I'm so much more emotional. I don't know why. That's just an observation I've made with pink opal. I really enjoy the energy though. Next up, we have kunzite. So you probably can't tell on camera, but there is like a pinky hue to this. It's very, very like light pink. It pretty much looks clear, but there is a little bit of pink. I've been wanting a piece of kunzite for so long, but they're so expensive. And my last trip to Palm Springs, I saw this piece of kunzite and it was under 100, which is pretty good. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna get this one. I've been wanting kunzite and I've been loving working with it. Kunzite is such an amazing crystal. It helps like bring so much love and light into your life. Like I think it's the ultimate like love and light crystal, like for real. Just uplifts you, makes you feel good, brings out this energy, and everyone you meet, like you just are so uplifted. So it's a major heart expanding crystal. Next up, I have this really cool Larimar. So I saw this, I can't remember where I was. I saw this and I was like, oh my gosh, I have to get this. Like this is so rare to see in Los Angeles. Like I haven't seen this since. Larimar helps you kind of like connect with like the ocean. It stimulates your throat chakra. I think it stimulates your heart as well. I'm not 100% sure. But I just love looking at this stone. The patterns, it literally looks like the Caribbean. Like it's this calming blue water look to it. And yeah, I think it's gorgeous. Next up, we have this gold rutilated quartz that I'm obsessed with. I got this one at Spellbound Sky, and I love gold rutilated quartz. It just helps me like manifest. I feel like it's like the gold in here is like lightning rods, like sending out your intentions, like helping you attract what it is that you're looking to manifest. Like there is such an attunement with this stone. It's one of my favorite manifesting crystals. I will continue to collect gold rutilated quartz just because I've had so many amazing experiences with my gold rutilated quartz pieces. I've been doing crystal gritting with them, watching these intentions come to fruition in my life very fast. It's wonderful. If you're looking to manifest something quickly, I definitely recommend getting some gold rutilated quartz. Next up, we have this emerald. I love this. It's so beautiful. I was working with this a lot in May around my birthday. It's a heart chakra crystal. I don't know if I set a specific intention with it, but I just felt like really good. I felt really good around this time. I was like kind of, in my season, my cosmic season, Gemini season. I had emerald. I was feeling abundance. And, if you're a Gemini or Taurus, I definitely recommend getting emerald. It just really vibes with those zodiacs a lot. So I got 2 pieces of Herkimer diamonds. I don't know when I got them. I can't remember, but this is one of them. The other one is in my room. Sorry, I don't have it with me. It basically looks exactly like this. I guess Herkimer diamonds are double terminated. So you can kind of see that in this one. I have my other one paired with my moldavite to really enhance the energy or just bring like, extraness to my moldavite because I've had it for a while. So it's, said if you want to enhance your moldavite, pair it with Herkimer diamonds. So I have that pairing going on right now. But to be honest, I haven't really used Herkimer that much, only really with my moldavite. I think they're really beautiful. They're really cool. And that's really all I got to say about that one. Next up, I have this Arrowhead Black Obsidian. I think I just really got this for looks. I thought it was cool. It also kind of like reminded me of my dad. My dad always wore an arrowhead necklace. So arrowheads just remind me of my dad. And I honestly could see my dad with this stone too. It's like perfect for him. Next up, we have this danburite. I love to sleep with danburite under my pillow. It helps bring like the best sleep to you. It's definitely up there with my crystal recommendations for crystals to help you fall asleep and have good dreams and stuff like that. I definitely recommend sleeping with danburite. It also brings like an angelic connection to you. If you want to tap into, communicating more with your angels, this is a great crystal to help you do that. I also have this crystal that I have not really worked with too much, and that is Septarian. I hope I'm saying that right. This crystal I've wanted for a while, and I haven't really had the time to connect with it that much. It reminds me of like a tortoise shell. The colors are really cool. It has this like brown to like this light brown to like a gold yellow color. It's really nice. I just haven't really worked with it too much, to be honest. Next, we have this strawberry quartz. I gotta say, it does really resemble a strawberry. It has like these little tiny dots in it, like a strawberry. I will connect with this stone when I want to bring like the sweetness out of a situation. Maybe something sour happened and I want to like balance out, you know, bringing more positive energy into something. That's kind of like a little crystal hack I do with strawberry quartz. You know, think about like this sweet energy. But yeah. Little piece of peridot, and I really wanted a raw piece of peridot, so this is my little raw piece. I love it. A good idea if you ever get peridot is to place some in your wallet. I have my polished peridot in my wallet as we speak. It helps, you know, keep attracting that money into your life, and, you know, keep the green flowing. Next up, I have this Aura rose quartz. This crystal reminds me of like the bubble in The Wizard of Oz that like Glenda the Good Witch like comes down in. It's literally that. I think this crystal is so beautiful. I'm not one that's very attracted to those aura crystals, the ones that have, you know, precious metal heated up on them. That's what causes this kind of like iridescence look on them. Not a super big fan of those, but I don't know. There was something about this crystal. I was so drawn to it and I had to get it. And I really love it. I love looking at it. It gives me like this just beautiful, you know, visual energy. I don't know. I just love it. It's rose quartz, so it brings a lot of love, and, you know, self-confidence, self-love. It's just really nice. And the last crystal I will be sharing with you is this small little green aventurine. It's in the heart shape. This is like my first heart-shaped crystal, to be honest, which is kind of weird because I feel like heart-shaped crystals are so abundantly out there. Like, I feel like that's definitely one that people will get in their crystal collection, but I just never really vibed with one. But I saw this little green guy. It was in a heart shape and I really wanted to get it. I'm such a big fan of green aventurine. It really does help bring so much luck into your life and just really good situations, good outcomes, positive energy. So yeah, that's my last little guy to share with you. I tried my best to keep this as brief as possible. I hope it wasn't too long. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed seeing my crystal collection part 3. Go check out part 1 and part 2 if you want to see my entire crystal collection, because they have all been documented here on my channel. Yeah, I would love to know, you know, what crystal was your favorite that I shared from this crystal collection. I would love to know in the comments down below. If you liked today's video, please give it a big thumbs up. If you are new here, I would love it if you subscribed. Come on and check out some of my other videos. Thank you so much for hanging out, and I will see you in my next one.